What's going on, everyone? Stephen Walters here. Today I wanted to share one of the most important tips in sales, in real estate sales, in business, just in general. You always need to be on the offense. If you are not an offensive player and you're just waiting for clients to come to you, you are never going to succeed. Even if you are doing things to create inbound clients, you need to still be on the offense, whether that's putting out content daily to get people into your funnels. If someone reaches out to you and says, like, for example, let's say it's real estate. Someone reaches out to me and they say, hey, I want a market analysis on my house. The ball's then in my court. I need to go and get that market analysis done for them immediately. And then at that point, it's still in our court, because let's say if we send it back to the seller, we need to get back to the seller and convert them to actually sign with us. Just because you do a market analysis or you throw something back to someone who can be a potential client back in their court doesn't mean that you actually scored and you converted. You need to do every single thing you can. You need to always be on offense. If you're just sitting there on defense, like for example, let's say if you go and meet someone at a coffee shop, right? But you just give them your business card. So here you go, great meeting you. I'd love to help you out. Here's my business card. What kind of offense is that? The chances of them calling you are slim to none. So what you do instead is you say, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm actually out of business cards. I'm so sorry, I'm out of business cards. What's your phone number? I'll shoot you a text message of my contact card. And you stare down. You stare down. Do you know why? Because this makes the whole situation a little bit awkward, and them, feel awkward if they don't give you their information. Now, if you say, hey, what's your phone number? Can I have your phone number? They can decline you and say, oh no, I don't, I'd rather not. But if you say, hey, what's your contact information? I'll send you this right now. And you just don't look up. They're going to feel awkward enough to give you their information. And again, what is this? This is playing offense rather than, here's my business card. Hopefully, I pray that you call me. The chances of them doing that are not. So always be on the offense. I don't care what that is. If someone inquires to you about doing a job, take that initiative and get that done right away. Whatever information you told them that you were going to give, get that to them. If you meet someone out in Starbucks or if you meet someone out in dinner, do not give them your business card. Get their information and send them your digital contact card, because what? Then you can actually play offense, right? You have their information, so you can follow up with them, give them a call, whatever you need to do. And it's always best to get emails as well, right? Like if you're right there and you say, hey, what's your phone number? And they already gave it to you. Okay, great. What's your email address as well? Boom. Get both of them right there. There's two different ways you can hit them. Add them on Facebook. I really don't give a shit, right? But what you need to just realize is you need to play offense. That's the most important part. Another way that you can play offense is, again, producing daily content over and over and over and over again. That's the easiest way that you can go out every single day and prospect to multiple different people. Like the other day, for example, right? I had 2 hours of watch time on one of my reels within an hour and a half. Obviously, that doesn't make sense. If you're like, well, how can you have 2 hours of watch time in an hour and a half? Because multiple people within an hour watched my reel that was a minute long. That adds up over 2 hours of views watched, and that's active prospecting. If I was going to go cold calling for 2 hours, that would take me actually 2 hours. But if I'm going to produce a reel, produce some sort of video, if I post a story that's worth a minute long and 100 people watch it, well, I just got 100 people. I basically prospected for 100 minutes right there and then. So again, make sure that you're always prospecting. Make sure that you're out there on the offense, not on the defense, because defensive players never win, right? If you are in sales and you are a defensive player, you are rarely ever going to win. And I hate to tell it to you, but you got to play some offense. This isn't just sports. You need to get out there. You need to get some contact information. You need to make some relationships. You need to go above and beyond whatever it takes to get something done. And if you tell someone you're going to do something, you do it. Because that's the only thing that you have really is your word. And so if you're going to tell someone, hey, great, I'm going to have a CMA to you by this afternoon, and then 2 days later it comes, they're automatically going to say, he's not nearly as good as he either thinks he is or he told me he is, because I was expecting something from them, within a couple hours. Now, if you say, hey, I'm going to have a CMA over to you this evening, and you have it over to them in an hour, boom. That's even more impressive, and that's even more going to convert them in a short amount of time, rather than, if you just wait and lollygag a couple days. Because you can only really make a first impression on someone the very first time, obviously. Now, if you make a good first impression, and again, let's say if you go out and you have a really great conversation, you show someone a brand new house, that it's a brand new client, and you're like, great, that kicked it off great. And you say, okay, well, cool, I'm going to go put you on a custom home search now. And you don't do the custom home search for about 3 weeks. Let's even say 3 days. People are like, okay, well, he's either too busy, he's not interested, they just seem to forget, like they don't really care. But if you tell someone after you just showed them homes, hey, I'm going to go put together a custom home search for you, and then by that night it's already in their inbox, super important. Sorry, my dogs are crazy. But again, you know what I'm saying. If you go out there and you are adamant about playing offense and getting things done, you are going to be in control of the sale. If you are sitting back waiting for people to come to you, you're going to lose out to 10 other people that are easily going to be way more skilled than you and way more hungry. My dogs were barking, ruined that part of the video, so I had to edit that out. But that's the part of being raw and doing this stuff at your house while you still have dogs in the back. So again, focus on offense, focus on getting out there and following up with people. And again, the main thing is making that first impression. So let's say if you make a great first impression with someone and you don't follow up like you said you're going to, and then you try and reach out a couple weeks later, that's already going to be, it's really important to try and convert that sale right away, because the longer you wait, the less chance you have it converting. So let's say if you have someone that you're talking to and they come in, you go show them a house and you say, okay, great, I'm going to go put together a custom home search for you. I'm going to start, putting you on a nurture system for homes that are available, and you don't do it for another couple weeks. Heck, they might walk into an open house. They might find someone else online. And then guess what? All of a sudden you're not the topic of mind. You are going to be on the back burner. And when you reach out a couple weeks later, they're going to say, oh yeah, I remember Stefan, that guy showed me one house. I've actually talked to 10 different realtors since then. And then they remember also, oh yeah, I think he said that he was going to put together a home search for me, and what? I never saw that. Okay, well yeah, maybe he's not nearly as good as I thought he was going to be, right? Or maybe he doesn't do what he says he's going to do. So, well, this other realtor I've met, they already put me on a custom home search. I think I might as well just go with them. And this is coming from experience, because I've been on both sides of it. I've been on the side where I met someone and I was too late to follow up, and I'm trying to send out their custom home search a week later because I was a little busy. And then all of a sudden these people are telling me, oh yeah, no worries, I already met someone at an open house last week. We already put together an offer, and I'm under contract. And I'm like, shit. And then there's other times where I've been that guy that I meet, and they say, yeah, I'm not really working with an agent. I had one show me a couple homes. I think they were going to send me some homes, but I haven't heard from them. Boom. That's an in for me. So you can use this in both ways. Be that person that A, is going to be on offense and get things done right away, sending it to your people right away, sending whatever you're going to send that you told them you're going to do. Or B, if you find someone slacking and you find a client or someone in need of help that is maybe has a relationship with someone, or someone that was potentially working with them but not doing a good enough job, use that as your in, right? So be on the offense. Do what needs to be done. You guys all know what needs to be done, right? No matter what. And the reason why I know that is because it's all in here. It's all in your mind. You feel guilty a lot of the times if you aren't doing something and you have a little bit of anxiety or guilt towards something. It's usually because you know that there's something you need to do that is not being done. So if you have that in your mind, use that as a strength and an advantage, not a disadvantage, right? That's how I've turned so many different things in my life. I've had anxiety about stuff, and if I have anxiety, usually it's because I'm worrying about something that I know I should be doing and that I'm not. So what's the easiest way to fix that? Do it. You won't believe how much easier life will be if you stop having to worry about the shit that you are not doing that you know you need to do. And this is coming from my own personal experience. So it's not just me talking out of my ass, right? Start doing the stuff that you know you need to do. You'll be less anxious. You will convert more deals, play offense, get in front of people, get people's contact information, follow up, use a CRM, and let's crush it. Have a good day.